25 years ago, perhaps, we were having some concrete work done in our backyard, and we had a beautiful little cherry tree that sat there, and I just hated to cut that thing down and chop it down. So the fellow who was working with a backhoe in our backyard, he scooped that cherry tree up, took it out the side yard, and planted it out there. And it was well into the season when the leaves were on the tree and the blossoms and blooms had already been out for the year. But he transplanted that tree and he plugged it in the ground, and it was there. Oh my goodness. By the next morning, the leaves were all wilted, and you just knew that it was going to die. It was just a goner. So I talked to a friend who had a lot of experience with transplanting trees and things of that nature, and he said the problem is you got more leaves than roots, and the little bit of root you have won't supply all of those leaves. You got to get rid of some of the branches and some of the leaves. If you'll prune those off, you'll find that the roots will go to work and cause the rest of the branches to survive and the tree to survive. And so he said, cut back 50% and see what happens. You know, I cut back 50% of those branches, and within hours, the other leaves sprung back to life, and the tree is still strong and healthy, and bears cherries every spring with that, and it just does wonderful. But the root is an important part for good or for bad.